Chase Lee Hockey with the Blue Futon, and another Sundance premiere in the book, and it is After Yang. Is this something that you should see after Yang leaves or before Yang leaves? Alpha, Mega, Gamma. Let's do this. Alright, for the Alpha, Beta, Gamma, you probably won't understand that reference unless you watch this movie, but After Yang, what's it about? Well, it's a very simple premise. Yang is a droid, if you want to put it that way, to help with a girl who was adopted from China. Because if you adopt someone from China, they bring this android, if you want to put it that way, to help them like transfer China history, so they keep their Chinese history, but the parents' adoption, hint, hint. But now Yang, defective. What are they going to do? How are they going to survive without this robot in the family now? Because this robot, Yang, was literally a part of their life. So, did I like this movie? Absolutely. This movie is very simple, to the point, hour and a half, and it makes you think about life in general, what's going on, what should you do. Loss and emotion just crumpled into one big ball. So with this Yang robot, you don't know until going on that there's multiple owners, and this person is starting to develop, relationships, wondering about life. Is he actually Chinese? Is he Asian? Like, what's his point? Who's this person? I know he's there to like help people out in general, but then he just looks himself in the mirror like, who am I? What am I to do? He has a fascination with the camera, which to me is a metaphor about capturing life, because he's allowed to capture life in his brain, and that's like memory bank. But then this camera is just for other people to just cherish and remember everything they're going through life, because he doesn't need the camera. He needs everyone else to see what he is seeing, so he knows that I'm with you guys. You guys need to love each other. Loss will happen. So you have Colin Farrell, Jodie Turner Smith, and just multiple people in this movie. Cliff Collins Jr. makes a quick appearance as well. But this movie is about emotion, loss, and what are you to do, and also like raising children, if you want to put it that way, because once Yang disappears, they are used to Yang, this robot, kind of raising this young girl and remembering everything, about going to school, getting water in the middle of the night and everything like that. But now the parents are like, we need to, since Yang is out, do we really want to replace him, or do we need to now be parents and realize, you know what, we are her parents now. Now this robot is kind of following her around, teaching her about life, teaching her about Chinese history as well. Which I find that interesting, that metaphor of, if you want to adopt someone from China, you had to have a robot with them, so you know that they are Chinese. But then you bring the whole metaphor back in, where even the robot's like, why am I even here? I'm not really even Chinese. I'm here to give you facts about China. Like, is that my job? I want my job to be more than to be a fact spilling machine of Chinese history about tea and everything like that. So this is a post-apocalyptic movie that's gorgeous to look at. It can be boring for some, but the metaphors were so deep for me, and everything in the picture was just so rich and engaging. I absolutely enjoyed this movie to the T. If I didn't give any faults to the movie, it could be a little bit closed off. If you see the movie, it's very just closed off. There's no emotion. Let's put it that way. Everyone is very monotone. There's no real emotion with Jodie Turner Smith and Colin Farrell. They're a married couple, and even if there's like struggles with the family, it's all monotone. Like, I don't know, just there's so much struggle, they're just tired of, and there's no need to argue. But I found that an interesting choice, and it could be positive or negative. But overall negatives of the movie, I don't know. But anyway, how I said with Freshers' weird dance scenes, this dance scene in this movie absolutely like puts icing on the cake. And like I said, there's a lot of metaphors and stuff in this movie where you think about like when Yang decommissions, if you want to put that way, why did he choose that scene? Did he know that scene? Is he knowing he's going to decommission soon? Like, there's a lot of stuff he makes you think about. And with the director and like Colin Farrell, which is kind of funny in the Q&A, Colin Farrell is like just chilling back right here, and then every time he would do it, he'd be like F-bomb, 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 for a PG movie, and I just think it's hysterical. Or some people have filters and not. But overall, After Yang, it is a movie about emotion, loss, and struggling to continue with life, we want to put it that way, and what will a person do to make sure they keep living as well as remember the people from the past. So this will hit harder for some than others, but this one, it hit me pretty hard. After Yang will receive a 4.5 out of 5 with Futon. He goes at 90%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics in 81% with 21 of them, and of course 0 audience score, no critic consensus. So you have the 81 with the critics. Like I said, I could see how some people see this as a boring just movie that is there to be there. But if, like I said in plenty of my videos, if you experience loss, if you experience this struggle in your life of how you should proceed, this movie will hit harder for some than others. But for me, it hit me pretty good. 90-81. Chase Lee Hockey with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this Blue Futonitopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching and have a great day. My next movie was supposed to be Watcher at 10 o'clock, but I might sneak in a 4 o'clock one called The Exiles or like The Downfall of Boeing. It matters what time I have, but it's either one of those two documentaries because the other ones,